Shame doesn't mean that something's wrong with you. It usually just means that something that was very true about you wasn't allowed. Shame is a condition that we all experience. Everybody who has been socialized in this society experiences shame. Because in order to socialize, usually there are parts of you that are not accepted in your family, in your culture. And in order to fit in and belong, which means survival, we have to split off parts of ourselves. And so everybody is walking around with deep shame. And a lot of the time, you will see that what you've been ashamed about wasn't bad at all. It was actually gold hiding in the shadows. Because when you integrate and you become a whole being, you become way more magnetic to your desires and to people. People naturally feel safe around integrated people. And when someone is in deep shame, you can feel that energy off of them. I used to be in so much shame. So today I'm going to teach you guys how to integrate and alchemize shame. And then I'll give you a personal example so you can see how this works in real life. Now, first of all, why would you want to even look at your shame? Because if you don't, that part of you that you are ashamed, that you're pushing into your subconscious mind, it's going to be running the show. And if you're trying to manifest a different reality, and you're doing affirmations, you're meditating, that's not going to work. Because these are just surface level things. And shame is much deeper. It's in the body, it's in the nervous system. How can you receive the life that you truly want if you feel so deeply unworthy and so bad about yourself? First of all, find a part of you that you hate, that you are ashamed of. It could be I'm fat, I'm ugly, I hate that I'm not loyal, I hate that I always mess things up. You know, whatever it is for you. Find that part of you. And then, what you want to do, close your eyes and imagine that part of you on the outside. What does it look like? What age is it? Is it a human? What is their pain? Your job right now is to understand this part, to not shame, not judge, not suppress, not deny, not disown them, but to feel them, hear them, understand them. So you're gonna question it. What's your pain? Why are you here? Relate to it, have compassion with it. So what kind of pain? Oh, okay. Have you felt that kind of pain in your life before? So you're relating to it. Your job is to bring that part of you as close to you as possible. That's literally what integration is. That's it. That's the end of the video. So you might feel yourself in resistance to taking that part of you as a part of you because you're like, ew, this part of me is so bad. It's so icky. There's a good reason why I pushed it away. I don't want that. I don't resonate with that. That's not me. That's not me. Your job is to reverse that whole thing because that is what is causing this split. So you want to bring it closer. So you ask, what would be so bad about bringing it closer and owning it as a part of myself? Usually that split is created in order to protect you from something. And so you'll find that when you go and try to integrate this part, you're going to be afraid that it's gonna cause that thing in you that you were so afraid of. Your job is to disprove that fear and bring it closer towards you. Like, is it more true that if I bring this closer to me, I'm gonna actually be more ugly if I'm afraid of being ugly? Well, probably not. Because I look the way that I look, it's not gonna change anything. So see, I'm disproving it. Bring it as close as you can and don't leave the exercise until you feel like integration has happened. So meet its needs. You'll find that underneath the ugliness, underneath the fat, underneath all the stuff, it's just a crying child that needs your help. And so you need to meet its needs internally in the way that it's crying out for. So if I had a part of me that calls me ugly, and this part of me looks very grotesque on the outside, it's just trying to protect me, because it believes that me being ugly equals being unloved. So it splits itself from me into this ugly part, but I have to reassure it that me bringing it close to me isn't going to cause that thing that it is afraid of. Okay, let me give you an example of what I worked with today. So, I noticed shame in myself when I was looking at my last few YouTube videos, and whenever I introduced myself in the beginning, it was very hard for me to get my words out, and I was stumbling on my words, and I was pausing a lot, and my voice went very small. Whenever I introduced my name and my offers, my coaching, my art, whatever, it went very small. And so I recognized that as shame, and I went into the meditation and I saw this part of me as like this grotesque, chubby person with boils on their skin, and it's like gushing out. And what that represented for me was that this part of me was afraid that talking about herself was literally gushing out pus on other people. Sorry, that's a very grim description, but she was afraid to like bleed out on other people. As though talking about herself is gross and to be avoided. And I felt myself pushing this part away and being like, no, ew, I don't recognize myself in that, no way. But I did work to bring it closer and closer, and I was like, well, what's so bad about this? What's so bad about gushing out on other people? And like, is it really true that people are like, it was afraid that people are going to leave me if I do that? So I had to question it. Is that really true? Or is that just gonna make the wrong people leave? And then the right people come who actually want to hear about me. It's like, okay, that's not true. I would find people who want to hear about me. And then eventually the armor came off, and I could see this as a little girl that just wanted to be a fucking princess and wanted attention that she never got. And so I gave her that internally. I said, you know what? You can be a princess. And then eventually she integrated into my heart. So it's no longer a split aspect. You're kind of doing like psychic surgery on yourself energetically by doing this type of work. And what it's gonna do for you is that, you know, next time you go make a video, you're not gonna feel that shame anymore. And you have more capacity and magnetism. I honestly feel like integrating shame is one of the most important and least talked about aspects of healing that we need to be aware of. So this is a very simple exercise that anybody can do on any day, and I hope that you go and do it. Alright, I hope this helped you. As always, thanks for watching, and I have coaching available if you would like to step into a container with me, and I have art over on Instagram if you want to check that out. So thanks for watching.